So many of you cook ground beef in large quantities, probably using the tilting skillet or a kettle. But I wanted to show you how to do small batches of ground beef using the Combi. So we've thawed out our ground beef properly on the bottom shelf of our refrigerator. Next, we're going to remove it from the package by using a chef's knife. So we're going to cut across the top, and just a little trick for you, cut through each end. That way when you go to put it into your pan, you're going to be able to get it out of the roll much easier. Now before we put it into the pan, we want to make sure we are spraying our pan so that it does not stick. Okay, so I'm going to spray this pan really well, making sure. Now in this pan, I am using a 4-inch perforated pan with a 6-inch solid pan. That 6-inch solid pan is going to catch all of the grease from when I'm cooking my ground beef. Okay. So we're going to remove this, lift it up, hold that paper for me, thank you very much. And then I'm going to put this into my pan, discarding this. We'll make sure we wash, rinse, and sanitize that really well. Now before it goes into the Combi, just with a clean pair of gloves, break up your beef just as much as you possibly can. It doesn't have to be perfectly crumbled because you're going to crumble it more when it comes out of the Combi. Again, just using your gloves, break up that meat into smaller little pieces. Okay, now this is ready to go into the Combi. Okay, let's get this 10 pounds into the Combi for steaming. Open up the door and we'll put this right in. There we go. Close the door. Again, we're going to set this for steam, and we're going to set the timer. We're going to start out with 20 minutes, and then we'll come back and check it shortly to see if it's the right safe temperature. Okay? Meet you back. Up. Ground beef's ready. Let's check to see if it's done. So we're going to use our oven mitts, and take care when removing this because you do have 10 pounds of weight plus your 2 pans. So you could use a cart or transfer it to a nearby work surface, work table. The next thing we have to do is check the internal temperature of our ground meats, and we want to make sure it gets to at least 165 degrees. So what we want to do, because it's a large pan of meat, is let's take the temperature in several different places to make sure that it's safe. Oh, looks good. Okay, next what we want to do is season the beef while it is still warm. So at this point I would crumble it up, and I'm going to add possibly taco seasoning for tacos or Italian seasoning, that wonderful Italian spice blend from Mississippi, to my beef at this time. What we want to do to crumble it is you're going to transfer this to a sheet pan with a piece of parchment paper down below, and you're going to be sure to put on a clean pair of work gloves, disposable gloves. Now this is a wonderful task for you to share with a team member. You can be on this side of the table, okay, and I can be on this side of the table, and that way teamwork, we work really closely together to do our crumble. Sometimes if you find that your piece is a little bit large and you would like help with a tool, a piece of equipment to break it down, so we use this pastry cutter, again just to break it down a little bit, and then use your hands, gloved, and break this down into smaller crumbles. Okay? For taco meat, I might go a little bit finer. For vegetable soup, I might leave it in a larger piece. Now the beauty of cooking the ground beef or ground meat, could be turkey, in the Combi is look what you capture. So all that cleanup from the kettle and the tilting skillet, now you have captured all that grease into this pan. So it makes cleanup such a snap. How about that?